This is Co-op Chronicles, episode 6. Welcome back. This is Co-op Chronicles, episode 6. I'm Pint-Sized Geisha, and I have Black Label.
Hello.
And Azalee.
Hello.
And today's topic is...
villains. We're doing a best villain episode. Defining a great villain. Introduction. What makes a great villain in a video game? Is it their backstory, their actions, their motivation, or something else?
All of the above.
all of the above. I'm going to say the ruthlessness.
Ruthlessness.
How crazy, insane you are in what you do with it.
I think what defines a great villain is when a villain can sort of persuade the good guy, hero, protagonist to kind of go onto their side. It kind of shows that they're a really great villain in the sense that they're really charismatic. Like, they can persuade even the hero to go onto their side.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
As I might have mentioned before, I like their backstory. Seeing where they come from and how they, like Sephiroth, how he came back. He was a super soldier, built for this. And then all of a sudden he snaps. It's just, and it shows Zack's and Cloud's storyline and how they kind of were involved in that. It was just kind of an interesting concept of it. Who was your favorite classic villain and why? Anybody?
Bowser.
Bowser. How classic are we talking, though?
Just a classic game to you. Whatever game you... It could be any game. Let's just say favorite villain in a game.
Oh, you know what? I can never remember the number. Is it 9? Final Fantasy 9 with Zidane and he has a tail. Is it 9?
Yeah.
And then the mom, the queen.
Oh, she's like the Queen of Hearts type lady, right?
I don't remember her name.
She came off like her.
What was her name? It was Dagger's mom. And she was
I'm thinking of a different thing then.
She was like cohorting with the bad people to like take over the world. I can't remember her name.
I don't know. What about you? It doesn't have to be a classic, I guess.
Okay. Well, then it's going to be... I don't know if many people have played this, but it's Alice, American McGee's game.
Oh, yeah. I remember that game.
Yeah. I really like it. I like the villain who is the, like, therapist. He orchestrates this entire thing to make Alice think that she's
like
crazy.
A puppet guy at the end?
Yeah, she envisions him as like the puppeteer.
His hand comes off and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a really good villain because he uses his profession against her. Like, he convinces her that she's crazy and that she, like, all this stuff is made up in her head, and it's really just him feeding her this information, and her young mind is just creating this story from it.
I would say. What did I say? I said Weskers, right?
Yeah,
Albert Wesker.
Albert Weskers.
Resident Evil. Yeah, because he was in the first one. He, like, betrayed everybody. In the second one, and then the third one. He's just, like, everywhere. He was pretty crazy. And he always steered the way the story went in a way. So
I think the games and the movies are different, but I wish they used more of Wesker's, like, actual, like, game personality in the movies, because he would have been, like, way cooler, and 100%. He probably wouldn't have died that terrible death.
Yeah, 100%. Can you recall any iconic moments or scenes involving a villain that left an impression on you?
Geisha, would you like to go?
I'm just going to say, like, the classic.
Yeah, we're going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
the classic
Sephiroth.
one.
Yeah. Sephiroth.
Ares.
Yeah, just him slicing her right down the middle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Bring back memories for Black Label.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a sad scene. After rewatching it, though, they're all, like, blocky. Like, and then he comes down and, like, that video of it is pretty cool. Yeah.
It's like way back in the day.
Yeah, these young people wouldn't know.
And just a little tip or a little behind the scenes here. This is the second time we're recording this. So when Black Label said, "Oh, we're going to say it again," or maybe you heard me say this before, it's because we've did this once already
Yeah.
and he forgot to push the correct button.
They honestly didn't need to know that.
Well, then stop saying, well, we're going to say the same thing then.
Yeah.
Well, I think the story, I think it was fine until you brought it up. So please ignore her.
I'm just saying.
Just ignore her. I didn't make any mistake. I am a
This is
true
only
professional.
episode 6 for us.
I'm a true
Sorry,
professional.
we're a little noob at this.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's say, discuss the origins of any villain that you liked, or discuss the origins of a villain and how did they become an antagonist? How do you recall that villain becoming evil?
All right. My person is not evil, nor is he a villain, but he was a bad guy for a period of time in the anime. And it's Gil from Seven Deadly Sins. He was not a bad guy. He was just led to believe.
Is Gil the one that wore the red armor?
The purple-haired boy guy. No.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like lilac color. But he wasn't a bad guy, but he was led to believe that Meliodas
Is he the
was
Thunder guy,
bad
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a bad guy, so he was thinking he was the good guy on his side.
Yeah.
But he was a good villain because he kind of, like, he ran with it. He was like, I got orders, I gotta follow it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a bad guy. He
Yep.
was a great bad guy until he became the good guy.
Dang. What about you, babe? If you don't got one, I got one.
I got one, but I'm trying to figure out how
to say
answer it. Yeah. What was the question again?
Discuss a villain and how did they become an antagonist that we know and fear.
Oh, see, this is why I was kind of like, I want to say the Joker, but we really don't know
Much about him.
much about him besides that. Like, we know that he fell into the pit and then he became the Joker after that. But what was it before that broke to make him insane?
Didn't he just kept making up stories about his mom.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Well, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about like the classic.
But even in the comic, didn't he
comics.
mention about his mom or something?
Oh,
He
I
always
don't
had,
know.
like,
Yeah. He
But,
always
like-
played that trope, I think.
Yeah, but
the mom issue.
yeah, the origin of him is a question mark, is not known. But besides the fact, like, he fell into the toxic, and now he's just this crazy lunatic, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, who was I gonna say? I was gonna say somebody like off. It was I can't even think of the person now because I was listening to yours. Man, it was a good one too.
Sorry.
But I'll think of a villain that we know of here. You know what? Just skip it because I can't even remember. It was so good too. Like, I knew who I was gonna say. I think they were from an anime.
Maybe we need to start
Oh,
getting
you
like.
said the shield guy?
No, that was a good one, but he wasn't a villain though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Compare two villains, and who would you want them to, or compare two villains to face off, and who would win the face off, and why?
I still stick with my original answer.
What?
So Shomaru and Setharoth.
You had time to change your answer.
I
You're
don't wanna
still
change my
sticking with
answer.
this? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
They're like my two favorites.
Ridiculous.
They're like my two favorites.
Yeah, they're pretty cool people though.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say they're very similar. It's from Halo. The Forerunners and the the Covenant, like the Brutes.
Oh yeah.
I think they're like very similar, but it's interesting because like one is technologically advanced, so they're like, machines, and the other is just like a brute. It's just a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
being.
You remember the game when the flood came? That game was so scary at that time when we were kids.
I remember watching it, and I was just like,
It was so terrifying. I didn't want to even play when the flood came, and I was
It's
like,
so
no.
scary.
Yeah, that was terrifying to me.
the little creatures,
Yeah,
like
and
little
they-
flea-like things. They're
And they
like,
would blow up.
yeah.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
It's not even the big ones that were scary.
Yeah,
It's the little ones.
just the little ones. Yeah. Let me think of like two villains that I would like to see. I guess I would like to see maybe Sephiroth, and then
Lady Miranda.
that'd be pretty sick too, because she was like unkillable, right?
What's not Lady Miranda? What's the other one's name?
Lady Demetresk.
Yeah, the big lady.
Demetresk.
Oh yeah, they would have a baby. That'd be cool. But I would want to see, Lady Miranda and Sephiroth would be cool, just because they both have the wings, and that fight would be epic.
Yeah.
Well, she's part of the mold too, right?
Yeah. She's
she's never gonna die.
Mold.
Yeah. So
well, I guess he. Yeah, it's hard
he
to
was
say.
part of Genova, right? Or Geneva.
Geneva. Yeah.
So that'd be sick too. Yeah. Let's see. Whose motivations do you find more compelling in a villain and relatable, and why? I mean, it doesn't have to be relatable. I guess just find something that's compelling that made you like, oh, that's a cool villain. They're pretty freaking cool.
A cool villain?
Villain?
I mean, any
that's
villain.
relatable?
Any villain that's like compelling and that made you like them or made you hate them. I will say a villain that I really despise, but they're very compelling, was Kefka from Final Fantasy III. And here, I actually added his laugh in the sound pad. Listen, I'll play it a few times. It sounds so obnoxious. That was his laugh in the 16-bit freaking back in the day. Oh my god, that's so obnoxious. But he was like, yeah, he was just known for fucking up stories. He was an interesting character. Very kooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say mine, just because I can't remember. Okay, so Kylo Ren, just because like he has this enormous pressure, like his family or whatever. I don't really know his backstory so much, but I feel like
He's Ben Kenobi.
Is he really?
yeah,
Yeah. He's a Kenobi.
Oh, I did not know that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just has like this. I don't know.
Is he Obi-Wan Kenobi's son?
No, he's
Just a blood relative?
he's Leia's and whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah, and sorry, not a Kenobi. He's a Ben. Oh, what's their last
Skywalker?
name? No,
No.
Solo. Ben Solo. He's a Han Solo's
yeah, he's
son.
Han
Yeah,
Solo's
he's
son.
Han
Okay,
Solo's
yeah.
son.
Oh my god, we
I
would
had
have
a brain
been yelled
fart.
at.
Princess Leia and Han Solo's son,
yeah,
right?
That's right. Yeah, I remember. Because wasn't
Not a
he in there?
Kenobi.
Harrison Ford was in that movie.
Yeah, Harrison Ford and Princess Leia both represented their roles
R.I.P.
again. Yeah. But like, just because, I don't know. I liked him as a villain. I really did. I think it was a great like backstory. But just like, can you imagine having
sad.
fucking Princess Leia as your mom and then Han Solo as your dad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like, I don't
Very
know his
sympathetic.
backstory. Yeah, but I feel
Goosebumps.
sorry for him. You know, I'm kind of sympathetic for him.
What about you?
I like that answer. I didn't have one, but God, I would piggyback off of Geisha. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh my
I
goodness.
feel bad for Eggman in Sonic because he never wins. I guess you could say that about a lot of villains that, like you said, you said once before, Team Rocket, that you felt sympathy for them.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's true. I did say that. Yeah, I
Because-
feel
Once
bad
before.
because they're never gonna win.
'Cause they never win.
Ash Ketchum or one of his little teammates, they're always gonna kick their butt, but they come back with 110% ready to fight.
They
and
do come
hopefully
back
still
like
Pikachu.
so energetic.
They
Like
do.
They're like, we're gonna
And they're
get
all like
this.
They always
disguises
get
and
to
stuff.
like 60%. They steal Pikachu, they're out of there, and then
Yeah.
something along the way
They're
just
always
comes in.
they're always focused on it.
Yeah.
Let's say if we could create a team of villains from any games, who would be in this team and what would be their mission? Let's just say like 4 people. Or I guess,
Wait, first of all, we need to decide the mission. So we're villains, right?
uh-huh.
We're trying to take over the world,
Is that what we're doing?
or we're trying to like murder everyone in the world. There's
What's-
a big difference. Are we trying to rule, or are we trying to just
Trying to rule. Trying to
Destroy.
Yeah, trying to rule.
Yeah, if you destroy, you have
It's
nobody to rule over.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to do that. So let's say rule.
How about we just say a team of 3, since everybody gets to pick one?
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Go ahead, you go
Or
first.
what if we all picked one to make the team?
No,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
she
what I'm
said.
saying.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
she's saying.
I
Instead of
was
a
like
team of
3
4?
each. That's still a
No,
lot.
No.
Team of 3.
Team of 3.
Yeah.
Who wants to start?
You go. You start.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Oh, I got my answer.
the first dude. Man, what's his name in Elden Ring?
Oh,
Godric the
God-
Grafted.
No, not Godric the Grafted. the king, the one that turns into like a barbarian, his second phase.
Oh.
Or actually the snake guy. No, the one
what?
The guy before you fight the Elder Lord, the Elden Ring.
The one that's in the tree.
Yeah, before you fight
like a
him.
ghost?
Before you fight him.
Oh,
the one that's
Mog.
no. Why do you say Mog? Oh, okay, never mind. I can't even think of it because we haven't played it. But the game comes out.
Google it.
The DLC comes out in 5. You know what? I am gonna Google it.
Google it.
The
and then it'll
DLC
have Asgo.
The DLC comes out in 5 days.
Yes,
so.
I know, but that has nothing to do with the first.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying.
I think I would do. This is video game and movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I would do.
Godfrey. It's Godfrey.
Godfrey.
I
Yeah.
would do Loki, God of Mischief.
Yeah.
You would
What-
have your guys' back.
Can I retract mine?
Yeah.
Baldur from freaking God of War. Tell me his.
No,
tell
it would
me
be
his,
great.
He's. I feel sympathy for that guy. Actually, I retract all my statements. Everything prior, whatever.
Too.
Baldur, because his story was so sad with his mom, and then he was just out on a motherfucking mission. Yeah, Baldur. Yeah.
Baldur. So we got Baldur, Loki. I have 2. I don't know who to pick.
You said 3, so
Okay.
1. So pick one.
They're both. I would say the Witch King of Angmar.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a mediocre answer, but okay.
I think that's a great answer.
I think that's a great answer. My other answer was the Valkyrie Queen from God of War, the first God of War. Maybe that's a better answer, but I feel the Witch King of Angmar.
It gives us
No man can kill him.
diversity.
Yeah,
Also.
only a woman can kill him, and
What
he
about-
rides on the Nazgul.
Yeah.
What about what's the guy's name from God of War? The main character. I forgot.
What do you mean?
The main
like,
character.
like the
Aerith?
protagonist.
The one you're playing.
No, Eris is the son, right?
Yeah,
The one you're
No,
playing.
the
guy, the bald guy. What's his name again?
Kratos.
The one that
yeah,
talks.
Kratos.
Oh, Kratos.
I was gonna say
What are you
Kratos.
talking about?
Is he technically like a villain? Because he was pretty
he
freaking.
was
yeah.
a villain.
I would say he's a morally great protagonist.
Okay.
He's trying to be good now, you
Yeah.
know, but he's pushed
He's-
to.
Made some bad decisions in his past.
Yeah.
So what is our Baldur, Loki, and
Witch King of Angmar.
Witch King.
Witch King? Okay. Let's see. What did I say? Well, they're missing. Okay, if you had to play a game from the villain's perspective, which game would it be and why?
Or a movie.
I guess a movie, yeah, or an anime.
Or
You know,
an anime.
I will say. I think I said Jafar before.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is where we ended up, so we're all caught up right here. But I'm not gonna say Jafar this one. I'm gonna say. Damn. I don't know. I'll let, anybody got an answer before me?
I got an answer.
Okay, you go.
Agent Smith.
Oh, that's an interesting one because he was.
He's a program.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he started coming
He just
too. He
keeps
started.
coming.
He started building
He turned
building
like
emotions
AI.
and stuff.
Yeah, he turned like AI.
Chat GPT in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, that would be a good
so
one.
Interesting. I would probably do. I don't know. I can't think of any like villain I would want to.
I would want to go from Baldur's perspective or Thor in that game, but mainly Baldur's because he's like twisted in the head. So I would like to play as him. That would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh
Yeah.
well, my previous answer was from Kingdom of Amalur. The bad guy is not one particular Well, it kind of is, but it's
group?
like a cult,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all trying to raise this demon. And I think it would be interesting to play from their point of view because it's like you're the bad guy trying to essentially destroy all of the worlds, but at the same time, like you have like this intense faith and belief in raising something that's is evil, and I think that's interesting. Instead of playing from a good guy's perspective of stopping them, you're trying to kill the good guy.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
You know what I think is another good answer, but I'm not changing my answer.
Tell me.
The brain from Baldur's Gate. Just the brain.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Even playing as what's her name? Damn it. The girl,
The girl.
the assassin.
Oh, Shadowheart.
No,
Or
the assassin. She's the assassin for Baal.
The grits girl. Or
Or she's like wearing all red, babe.
Oh,
the assassin chick, the murderer at the end. And what's her name?
Orin.
Yes, Orin would be sick to play.
Yeah,
as.
that's a
I
good
guess
one,
she's
too.
not even an assassin. She's technically
She's
a
a-
cleric.
No, Orin.
No,
She's-
not her.
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart.
Yeah,
Shadowheart's
Shadowheart.
a
Yeah,
cleric.
that's what I was
Yeah.
like. She's not even
Orin
an assassin.
is like
Yeah.
the disciple of the murder
Of
lord.
Baal or Bel.
Baal.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that'd be a good one.
That would be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did I already ask which villain deserves a redemption arc or no?
No.
Okay, so which villain deserves a redemption arc, and how would you design it? Now we're all squared away.
Now we're caught
squared
up.
away.
Hannibal Lecter. See what he does when he doesn't eat people.
Well, I mean, it would still be, I guess, a redemption arc, yeah,
I guess his redemption arc would be working with the police
and being a
stopping-
being a vegetarian.
and just
Yeah.
not eating people.
And not just eating people.
Just eating regular meat.
He would be like a detective and be really good at like solving crime. And then in the back of his head, he'd be like, I just want to eat you.
Yeah,
I just want to eat your face right now.
yeah. I can tell you're a liar. I'm gonna devour you.
I mean, can I use my answer of Loki again? Because
Yeah,
technically
yeah.
he kind of got his like spin-off series,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like he could have done more because that was all for like him. It's all for the greater good of what he did. But I think he deserves a redemption arc where he gets to be happy.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to see Baldur's redemption arc.
Sticking
I
with the
didn't play,
Baldur,
yeah, because
huh?
I didn't play that game, but I watched multiple people play. I watched like Jacksepticeye play it. I watched the playthroughs where they don't talk and they just play.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
those seem kind of boring to me.
the no commentary ones, I
Yeah.
like those. I like those.
You get the story more.
Yeah, you're more
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. It's just like the
I
story.
like to watch scary movie gameplays, and I like their commentary because it gets me scared.
Or like the reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would like to see his story, how he was just twisted. Yeah. If a villain had a pet, what kind of creature would it be, and what would its role be?
A mogul.
I mean, what villain would have
Just-
a
I just
pet?
want them to
Yeah,
have
you
a
just said a
mogul.
mogul. Isn't it Moogle? Moogle?
I don't know, but they're nice and cuddly, and you think they're nice.
But who would have this pet?
I don't know.
The villain. It says a villain had a pet.
So I pick a villain.
Yeah, if a villain. Oh, I guess if a villain had a pet, what
Yeah,
creature
exactly,
would it
see?
be? Okay.
But just because they're cute and cuddly, and you think that they're gonna help you, but then I would have it like transform into like big giant teeth and eat you.
Okay.
Do you have
Isn't
one?
there like a creature that does that? They're like cute and cuddly and they just
It's kind of like a one of those chests in Baldur's Gate,
mimics.
like the mimics, you know.
Mm.
It's like a gremlin. Give it water after midnight.
Yeah.
Or feed it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the evil gremlin technically a villain after they turn green?
I think they're just creatures.
Yeah, they're
Their,
just
their,
creatures.
their primary thing is to just destroy and be evil.
Yeah.
There's no thought process behind it.
I would just like to see any villain with a. I guess, man, I can't even think of one.
Well,
now.
there's the snake in Harry Potter, Nagiri.
But we're
Nagini?
thinking of a
Nagini?
villain having its own type of pet. I mean, I guess the snake.
Yeah.
I can't. I just want to see somebody ride a chocobo.
I was about to say, I was like the Joker with
chocobo?
a chocobo.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Yeah, I would like
That
to see
would be
that.
cute.
That was going to be my answer.
Yeah.
What? Never mind. I was gonna say, what pet would you have if you were a villain?
Interesting.
I'd have an alien. That's my pet.
Like the ones that like.
Yeah, like from Alien.
Oh, okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
I would have mine be the horse from Harry Potter that only you can see once you experience death.
Oh,
What
what's
is
it called?
Do you know what they're called?
I don't know what it's called.
You're looking at the wrong person.
I can't remember their names. Oh, a Thestral. I would like a Thestral.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh,
Okay, yeah.
uh-huh.
Perso. What is it called? The light.
Oh.
Patronus.
Patronus.
Yeah.
Expecto Patronus.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would
No.
yours be?
Is that a chocobo?
He did say
Oh,
Chocobo.
Chocobo.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah. If
But that's like a friendly pet.
yeah, it's still cool
A
though.
Thestral is technically friendly.
That's
Yeah.
true. But it looks
It looks scary.
scary.
But
Let's-
only if you've experienced death can you see it.
Let's say any villain, if they took a vacation, where would they go and why and what would they do?
I don't know.
I would
I would
just
say Bowser. Bowser.
Bowser?
Bowser.
Bowser. Bowser.
in the Harry Potter castle.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Just to
No pipe?
learn magic and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Just because it's a bigger castle.
That's what he has the, what are they called? The Chemic or Emix? Those, the magic Koopas.
The magic ones? Yeah.
He doesn't need to learn magic. He has followers that do it for him.
But I want to see go on a vacation. That's a villain. I would like to see Sephiroth go on a vacation in like the Dragon Ball Z world or Naruto world. That'd be pretty cool. Just to see him fight these people. He's
Fuck
like,
shit up.
What are they doing with their hands and stuff? And he's just like, whatever, I'll slice you up.
Or what about like Sephiroth in like a Destiny world where it's all like first person and he's got this big ass sword.
And you see it through his eyes, just big old sword, just shanking people. That'd be pretty cool. You got one?
Oh, I did. Oh, Naraku from Inuyasha. I would like to see him go to the Bahamas. Just with like a Hawaiian shirt on.
Is that the little dude?
Oh no, that's the villain.
Yeah, like the villain.
There's like the
Oh, okay.
spider,
Like the
on
miasma kind of
Oh,
guy.
okay, yeah.
It's on his back. The spider on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What hobby would your villain have in their spare time? I would like to see Sesshomaru crochet, or not Sesshomaru, Sephiroth crochet.
Crochet.
Yeah,
Just like this.
make some little Muggles or the Mog little crochet things.
Making a little crochet chocobo.
Yeah, I would
And
like
the
to see
little
it.
cactus.
Oh, yeah, I would like to see that. Yeah,
And the, what's it called?
the Marlboro.
Marlboros.
Shout out to Brian Marlboros.
Marlboros. Thank you, Brian, for
Yep.
getting the name.
Because on the way home from when I was at the driving range that day, when I was getting lit, had like 7 White Claws, getting white girl wasted, and then we got done with the driving range. We were chilling, talking. And then I came home, and I was like, on the way home, I was like, "It's a Marlboro, man, Marlboro." And then not even like 30 minutes later, Brian said, "Are you guys talking about the Marlboro?" And he sent a picture, and I was like,
yeah.
"That's the one."
That's the one from our last episode that we
Yeah.
couldn't think
That
of.
would be a good D&D character.
Yeah, like
The
a
Marlboro.
villain.
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
Kind of reminds me of
Beholders.
The Beholders, yeah.
Yeah. What would your villains do?
Does it have to be the same villain we picked last time?
No, any
Okay.
any villain.
I would like to see Two-Face do pottery. I think that would heal his soul.
Or what if he was split and torn and like tore out one side and
Yeah, I think it would heal him.
One side is all perfect and the other side is all like destroyed.
He'd
Yeah,
be a
but he
great
gets
artist.
to create it. Yeah,
He would be
Yeah.
a great
create
artist.
it.
Yeah, people buy his stuff for
I think
millions.
it would make him happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Webb?
I would like to see Palpatine take swimming lessons.
Oh, is that the
nobody wants
wrinkly
to
guy?
see that.
Yeah.
He's already wrinkly. Imagine how wrinkly he would be after.
He's
Jeez.
got to wear a whole bodysuit.
Oh yeah, that's just disturbing.
Nothing less.
It's just so raising. What would your villain listen to? What kind of music would they? I think Sephiroth's like an EDM rock hardcore. No, actually, I think he listens to what I've been listening to lately. But
No.
the Lorna Shore, just freaking like hardcore music.
He's
I
definitely
saw
a
you
country
use
boy.
Sleep Token on the last post, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so proud of you. You should listen to their song Ascensionism. It's so good.
I've been listening to. I've been on a kick. I've
I
been listening
love
to
Sleep
like
Token.
Sleep Token, Lorna Shore. What's that guy? That one people with Alex the Terrible. I forgot their name, but I've been listening to a lot of
Yeah.
rock lately. I don't know why. But normally I listen to everything, but that's been on my list
they're
lately.
so good. I love listening to their stuff.
What was the question?
What type of music would your villain listen to? The bar song,
Oh yeah.
Oh, Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
I feel like the T1000 or T1000, 1000?
T1000,
The T1000 will listen to Making My Way Downtown.
the liquid guy.
Yeah.
That'd be
Walking
good.
fast.
When he's like running after the
Oh, yeah. That'd be so good. Yeah.
No, he has to be doing that too. These boots were made for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like pop songs, right? All girl, female pop songs.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say, I think Bowser would jam to the "Happy" by Pharrell.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good
I'm
one.
so
Happy. Yeah, that'd be good.
Or the everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lego song?
Yeah.
When we do it again.
Hey. I don't want to get Kipper.
What?
Nothing. If your favorite villain had favorite food, what would it be and why?
Well, who's my favorite villain? Shit.
I would just think, okay, if you had a villain in mind, what
Loki.
would their favorite food be and why?
Loki is a sophisticated gentleman, and he likes to eat sushi.
Yeah, he seems like a caviar type of gentleman.
Uh-huh.
He's an expensive man.
I would say overall, I think Shishomaru is like my to-go
Villain?
villain.
Yeah.
And I feel like he would grub on, I don't know, dumplings.
Yeah.
Are you stereotyping?
I know, I'm trying not to, but that's like the first thing that came to mind, right?
Yeah.
I want to do something that's not
Yeah,
Asian.
honestly, I was thinking that Sephiroth would be eating poke. He would just have like two big ass Masamune swords as like chopsticks and something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, poke's
Yeah.
good.
No, the Lady Dimitrescu, she would use her little fingernails as chopsticks.
She could use me as a freaking chopstick.
Oh my
Dying
god.
off
Jesus.
of me.
God. Big mama.
Oh my
What do you think a day in their life, or what do you think a day in the life of your favorite villain looks like? Sephiroth wakes up. He's just, and this is my favorite. Sephiroth's my favorite villain of all time. I don't care. He wakes up, makes a morning cup of coffee. He's like a sweet cream type of guy.
Oh my
Iced
goodness.
coffee,
Matcha.
stirs it up. Yeah, sweet cream foam. Just stirs it up. Puts on his slippers. Goes out, reads the newspaper, lights up a freaking cig, and just smokes, drinks his coffee, and then he's like, you know what? Let's fucking get this day going. Hits up the gym a little bit, comes back home, and then puts his gear on, and he's ready to fucking slice some people up. Yep, that's his morning day. Yep. I mean, technically, that's my morning day without like the cigarettes.
That's why I was like, sounds familiar.
Wake up, get some coffee, head to the gym.
You guys like the same exact coffee.
It's crazy that we
It's
like
crazy.
the same coffee. I don't understand. It's weird. It's like we're
3
like the same
creams
person.
and 3 sugars.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
This is a hard question.
Yeah, just
There's
make it
so
up.
many villains.
Just your favorite villain. Just make up a good one, or just pick a villain.
I would say that Bowser wakes up in the morning,
Yep.
rolls over, looks at his picture of Princess Peach,
Uh-huh.
gives a little air kiss.
A little wink.
Yeah, and then he gets up, and he goes out onto his terrace with his little
I can see him wearing a robe.
yeah, he got a robe, his little fuzzy bunny slippers on,
Mhm, yeah.
and he just stares out into his like lands of all his slaves.
Oh my god! I
Not his slaves, his
his
followers.
workers, yeah, his followers.
Followers.
He's out there grinding technically,
And he's just so proud of himself. He's just like,
And
yeah.
he just turns around and walks back inside.
It's just been a day.
yeah.
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 What about you?
I don't have one. I don't know.
What would Sesshomaru do in the morning?
I feel like he would just wake up and he's very quiet.
I could see Shishomaru being
Just
like a
walk.
mafia boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or like
that's
a
true.
Yakuza guy.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like dictating everything. It's quiet, just sits down, like
I
doesn't
think
really talk.
when I think of him like what's that Bates guy or the murderer guy?
Norman Bates,
where he
Oh.
makes his bed perfect. He's got the
Super
creases in his
OCD.
bed. Yeah, he's got the
Yeah.
creases. He irons his sheets, and then he just seems like a weirdo to me.
Seems like a crazy serial killer.
Yeah, he does. He does. Let's talk about some personal experiences. So who was the first video game villain that truly scared you or made an impact on you? So it could be one that scared you, or just the first villain that made you remember like they were crazy,
Oh my god, I know.
or just the first villain that you can remember.
What is it?
Chucky.
Oh,
That's a good
Fucking
one.
good one.
Chucky. Like I couldn't.
I said video game villain, but I mean
we're expanding.
okay.
We're just in villain in
Chucky.
general.
Chucky.
Fucking Chucky.
All right.
I remember my dad and his girlfriend were watching it at the time, and I was like, they told me it was scary, right? But I went to the refrigerator, get something, and like, when you have that moment, you open the fridge and you're distracted and you're standing in there in front of it, and I started watching it, and I don't know what happened, but it was fucking scary, and I was like, fuck this, I'm
Big
out, and I
mistake.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I mean, if we're not talking video games, because I don't think video games really affected me until like later on, because there was no really scary games back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like the first thing that scared me was probably Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember we went to a drive-in theater, and I watched it, and I was like, I'm gonna be okay. And then when I just had nightmares of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
It's not a particular villain. It's just an unnamed scary ghost thing. But Sean and I were just watching this scary gameplay this morning, and it was just this imposing big monster, like evil bad guy, and it was just so scary because he would pop up every once in a while, and I'd just be like, "Ugh." And, like I jump sometimes, and then sometimes Sean would jump, and we were both just like laughing because it was so ridiculous. Yeah, it was so scary, but at the same time, like not scary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Share some of the most memorable battles in a game, and why it made it stand out. I'm gonna obviously go with Sephiroth. Last fight, the song, like the soundtrack for that fight, was crazy. And then you had your like ultimate break or whatever, your limit break, and that fight was just amazing. Like it had levels and layers to that fight.
Yeah.
When you fought him, I mean, there's like other fights that stood out. I remember it was in Final Fantasy VII, and you get Vincent. I don't know if you guys know who Vincent is.
Yeah.
Red cape, gun, and there was a fight in there. Of like, I forgot the name of the fight, but I just remember it being so hard. And it was like an unknown monster, or I can't even remember the name of the monster, but it was like a crazy hard fight. And that was pretty memorable because I was like a kid doing this over and over. And yeah, it was a good fight.
Yeah. For me, I want to say the Valkyrie Queen in God of War.
Mm-hmm.
That fight was hard as shit.
Yeah.
I remember just going and going and going and over and over and over, and she's so like scary.
It's just scary.
She's scary, and she's a girl, a woman, which makes it even more like empowering because I'm all about powerful woman. Power, yeah, definitely. But I just remember, I'm gonna Google it. I wonder if Google what she looks like. She looks.
No, I know what
crazy.
she looks like. Yeah, I know what she looks like.
She looks freaking
What
like
about
a god.
Yeah. What about you, Az?
I think Mr. X is really scary to me. Any part of the game with him, even at the beginning when he's literally just walking around following you, it's terrifying to me. My heartbeat starts going super fast, and I'm just like not breathing. Sometimes just.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I do know a memorable fight. Another one that was like recent. I guess not super recent, but it was Radagon. Is it Radagon?
Radigan, right? Oh.
The one where like he turns
his
into a
little
meteor
horse.
and his little horse and comes down.
Oh, I thought it was pronounced Radigan.
No, I think Radagon is the king that left the chick, and Radagon was like the guy
The son.
You're right.
But that was a good fight. He was like, it was a good fight. The way it led up and what happens after you kill him with the stars, it was really memorable. What are some of the best quotes or lines delivered by a video game villain? Do you guys remember anyone? I don't
remember any.
The only
lines.
one I can only remember Team Rocket blasting off again.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Let's talk about creative and hypothetical questions, okay? We're gonna design our own villain. If you could design your own video game villain or villain, what would they look like? I mean, what would they be like, and what would their powers and weaknesses be? I think my powers would just be like a badass, and like a ninja type of guy, shadowy,
Like a rogue.
with magic. Yeah, just sick. And my weakness would be, like puddles of water, like or ponds. Just something
Just
stupid.
water.
Just water. Yeah, just something dumb. It's raining. Oh no, can't go outside. Like just some stupid stuff. Yeah.
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 I think mine would be, like, kind of like the alien, just like a creature, like a four-legged mobile creature, and it can track you mostly by hearing.
Those are. any type of creature that's like on four legs is terrifying.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be like scary looking. It's just like the concept of like in
Like
Riddick.
the lickers.
Or, yeah,
from Resident
lickers
Evil.
Yeah.
or like Riddick, the ones that are in the night and they try to kill them.
Yeah,
in
the little
Chronicles of-
flying things. Ugh,
Or what was it
creepy.
called? Pitch Black.
Pitch Black.
Black.
And
Black.
they were in Riddick too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one.
But yeah, and then I think my weakness would be like
Puddles of water.
No, since hearing is my superpower, I think hearing would also be my weakness because high frequencies would
Oh, you're
would
going-
boggle my
Mess up your
brain.
brain.
You're going over the top right now.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah.
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 It's a double-bladed sword,
Yeah.
double-edged sword.
Yeah. What about you, Miss Geisha?
I think mine would look like the witch from Destiny 2. Kind of like big
Okay,
and
yeah.
overbearing, like big crown, very
Yeah.
regal.
Regal.
Yeah, very regal and like present. Like, I'm here, bitches, you know?
Batches. I'm a hair batches.
Here.
My weakness would be...
Par threes.
What the fuck is a par 3? I don't understand.
Golf.
Oh my god.
130 in the wind blowing from the north to south. You
You gotta putt before you can kill someone.
No, what would your weakness be? I was just thinking about golf for some reason. What would
I
your
don't know.
Puddles of water.
No.
Fluffy pillows,
Maybe like
marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
cake.
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 Like from...
Weddings.
Oh, from the
From-
Jungle Book, right?
Yeah,
or not
the-
Jungle Book.
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
His weakness is cake.
He's like,
Yeah.
cake.
He blew up after eating cake.
This is good. What is it? Oh, it's cake.
Okay. What would be the ultimate villain lair? What types of traps would contain in it? I think mine would be a tower with just levels. That each level you would have to beat a different game. Kind of like
Oh.
I forgot the streamer's name, The Hobbit or something. And he has to beat all the Souls games
yeah.
without dying or taking a hit. Without
And
taking
then
a
he has
hit.
to start all over.
Or he has to start over.
Yeah.
So he beats like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. What is it called? Sekiro.
Yeah.
Then he
So
beats
all the from
Bloodborne.
platform.
Yeah. Elden Ring without getting a hit. And if you get hit, you gotta start back over again.
From the beginning.
At that point,
beginning.
the villain has already changed layer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be that would be like my challenge. That would be sick.
Yeah.
You got one?
Mine would kind of be like the tunnel in Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, when it's like the big spider and you go in the tunnel and it's dark and creepy. You can't hear anything. There's sticky spider webs all over, you know.
Sticky
And you get
spiders.
lost.
In the
in this-
sauce.
Lost in the sauce in this big ass mountain. Like, that would be mine. Like, you have to find your way in the dark without getting stuck on this sticky spider web with no light.
Lord of the Ring. The Hobbit had it too. Didn't they have like the trees? Remember they had the trees. They went in the forest and there were spiders in the forest.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
But-
good one.
Yeah, but this is like the big spider. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I forget
about.
the name.
The one where Gollum took him, right?
Yeah, Gollum
Yeah.
led him into
There's
the...
so many weird names
cave.
for Lord of the Rings, like characters and creatures. I can never
Yeah,
remember them
I don't
all.
know. That would be mine.
Do you have one?
I think I would make the entrance to my villain's lair would probably be an SCP Foundation building with all the SCPs. Some of them released, some of them not released, and they have to like figure out how to like navigate the like floors to get to me.
Oh,
Yours
that-
would be like a puzzle.
That's pretty cool.
Kinda.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Kind of like a Tomb Raider, right? Where you got to figure out all these puzzles first.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
like trying to avoid dying from the SCPs.
What would be okay, if you were a villain, what would your grand scheme be to take over the world? What would you do to take over the world? I'm pretty corny, so I would have to steal from a previous villain, so I don't know right now. So
I would pretend to be a good guy in the first act. Kind of like Megamind, where the good guy was a good guy and then he kind of went crazy and then he turned bad after
Yeah.
he had his moment of being away.
yeah, and then he became like a guy.
No,
Megamind.
Megamind was the good guy.
No,
yeah.
he became
But like
yeah.
the good guy in that movie.
Yeah, wasn't
He
it
like
Brad
retired
Pitt?
and then I think so.
Yeah.
But I would do that. I would pretend to be a good guy and then trick them. Ha ha ha. Now
Yeah.
you're in my clutches.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Mine would be more of like, for a lack of better words, kind of like manipulation. like kind of pitting people against people to do my dirty work, and I'm just sitting back like watching the people tear each other apart.
Yeah, mine would be like Death Note. You know how he had the book.
Just write everybody's name in a book.
If you don't do this for me, I will write your name.
Yeah, like you have to do this.
You kill someone
Or
close to
else.
them so that they get the idea.
Exactly. Like remember when he couldn't kill the prisoners without their names, but then
Yeah.
once I'd be
Yep.
like that. Villains in different games. So let's get to genre-specific villains. Discuss how a villain differs across game genres, like in RPGs or Souls-like games. Which one of these genres do you think produces the best villain? I personally think RPGs produce the best villains, but I think Soul games, from what I've played so far and seen, look better. But like RPGs, they build up. You learn so much about the game. You learn more about the story of why this villain's doing it. So it kind of leads you to connect with like the protagonist more and understand like why would you do this? I hate you. You're a bad guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Souls games, man, their villains are sick looking.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I think because their world is so make-believe that you can have your villain look like anything except for, like, instead of a normal person.
Yeah.
I like that answer. Can I?
Yeah,
That's my answer, too.
that's my answer too.
You guys took my answer?
Yeah, we all second you.
It's
Point
true.
for me.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any underrated villains or underlooked that you think deserve more recognition?
What's the villain from Thor, his sister?
Oh, Hela?
Hela? Is it Hela?
The movie?
Yeah.
I think it is Hela.
Helena? Helena?
No, definitely not
I don't know.
Helena. I think it's Hela.
Hela.
Yeah. The one
I
with
think-
the cool helmet.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah, that one.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Oh.
She's
She's a
crazy.
good one. She's a
Yeah,
good
that
one.
is. Yeah. She is underlooked and underrated when comparing her to. We shall not say his name.
Voldemort.
But yeah, she's a good one.
I think she can stand toe to toe to Voldemort himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's pretty crazy.
she's pretty good. I think Iago is very underlooked. Jafar. That I think he's underlooked. Yeah, underrated. Let's talk about some villain.
Ass didn't go.
I got nothing.
She
So
said- yeah.
let him pass.
You don't got
That's
nothing?
me. I
My bad. I
can't think of
apologize.
anybody.
If you could invite any 3 villains to a dinner party, who would they be and why?
We each come up with one.
Okay, yeah, let's each come up with one. Awesome. Great answers.
I'm thinking. This is a toughie. I gotta think about it. Who would I want to have a dinner party with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would want to have a dinner party, I guess, with the Queen of Hearts, because she's nuts, and it's like from that era of like that Mad Hatter. So I have like a dinner party, and she's nuts.
She would hate it.
She would hate it.
She would hate it.
It would be
that.
good. It would be good. Or
Absolutely.
Cruella Deville.
Cruella Deville.
Oh,
Oh.
she would be a good one. She would be so mean.
Is that Yami over there?
No, he's not a Dalmatian,
I'm
so
a-
she won't care.
And he's a cat.
Yeah, true. But whatever.
Mr. Freeze. Like the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, where he's like in his pajamas, like making them sing.
Yeah.
And it's like happy.
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
Get it? Ice. I'm an ice guy.
Oh my god.
I would want.
Corny.
I would want Joker, but the Lego Joker.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Lego Joker.
That's good. The Lego
That
Joker's
would be
good,
so
yeah.
funny.
Oh, yeah.
And him and Mr. Freeze could have something to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if these villains had regular day jobs, or if pick a villain that and explain what their regular day job would be, and what would they be doing?
What would they be doing?
I could see like Mr. Freeze just having an ice cream shop like Baskin Robbins or like Cold Stones, just in the back. What would you like? You know, just
Scooping ice
You
cream.
want some chocolate? I don't know how to do Arnold's stuff, but something like that.
I think Mr. X would be a tax agent. He would do
Oh
people's
my
taxes.
god, that'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
Hilarious.
With his fedora or whatever. Doesn't he have a fedora?
his fedora.
Yeah.
And then,
He does. He
and
does.
he has like a long
Like a
trench
suit.
coat.
Yeah.
Like a trench coat.
Yeah.
Just typing away.
No.
Yeah, no words though. He just
just
typing.
types, and then gives it to them, and they
Yeah.
don't say nothing, and he just looks at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Sauron in like the old school record shops, like where you have like
DJs.
Oh.
no, not a DJ,
No,
but
like vinyl.
like
Yeah,
the
vinyls.
vinyls,
Yeah. Yeah.
just in the record shop, like listening to some
Like
music,
a hippie or something. He
being
looks like a hippie. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good. Yeah. Okay. If you could see a villain appear in one game, like a different game, what game would it be in? Who would it be? Like, who would you want to see from this game to this game? I want to see Sonic in Elden Ring.
Sonic's not a bad guy.
No, I want to see him be the maidenless. Sonic would be the maidenless in Elden Ring.
But you said a villain.
You did say.
Oh, I did
villain.
say
You
villain.
said what villain would you
Damn
take
it.
and put
Yeah,
into
you got to put one villain from one game
That was a
into
good. That was a good answer though.
another
That
one.
would be pretty funny. I would take Alien, the Alien, and I'd put it in probably Halo.
Oh no,
'Cause
you
I
gotta
think it
say
would-
like Mario.
I think it would fit in, but also it would be like the craziest thing because it's kind of like the Flood because they would like plant the.
Would you
the
think? Do you
thing?
think the alien would kill Master Chief?
Well,
Probably.
maybe, yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
I think so.
Because he doesn't know. Well, no, because Master Chief
He's
is
a
fast.
badass
He's
though
fast.
too, and he's strong.
Yeah. He's a super soldier.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if Ripley can outsmart the alien, so can
Oh,
Master,
Master Chief,
Chief.
100%.
Definitely, definitely. I put Gollum in Sonic with all the gold rings.
Oh, dude, that's such a good answer.
He'd go crazy.
Jesus, man,
He's
that
just,
answer
like,
is so
But he
hoarding
good.
would
all those
catch
rings.
it, but then not have it because they would disappear once he reaches
Yeah,
it.
so he would just go insane trying to
Oh,
keep getting these
no.
rings.
Such a good answer.
Poor
Man, now I can't even think of anybody. A villain in a different game. Yeah, I got nothing. I think yours is the best one. Okay. If a villain in movies, or we'll talk about villains in movies. Which video game villain would you like to see in a movie and why? Or which movie and why?
I want to see Shishomaru in Terminator. Just hack and slash everything.
In Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't go hand in hand.
It doesn't need to go hand in hand.
Okay.
The second Terminator where he's like the liquid and he just keeps coming back together, you know? Shishomaru has a knife and just slash him and he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't need to make sense.
Okay, you're right. It doesn't even make sense. Okay.
To be fair,
But
she's right. Yeah.
I would like to see the Joker and
Barbie.
no, like that'd be good. No, like the Joker in the Water World or something, or somebody in the Water World. Any villain in Water World with Kevin Costner, and just see how they survive and how would they be like bad guys. You know, yeah, that'd be good. Or like a Mad Max movie or something. Joker and Mad Max. Oh my God, that'd
That
be
would
pretty
be
cool.
wild.
He'd be like
that'd
the
be good.
boss. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This character is not a video game character, but they're a villain. I would like to see Syndrome from
Okay. Yep.
Incredibles. I would put him in the Justice League, like the movie,
Okay.
and I would just like to see him try and be like a bad superhero, but
Monologue.
be
You
a-
caught me
but
monologuing.
be a superhero in that movie.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Okay. If your villain watched movies, what would their favorite movie be? Like what villain and what movie? What would they be?
Sauron would love, what's that movie? Ruby and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
The two girls?
Yeah.
And they go back to high school and they like to pretend to invent post-it notes.
That'd
Yeah.
be good.
That would be his, like, just sitting there watching this movie. Yeah.
What about you?
I think Jason Voorhees would really like rom-coms. I can imagine him watching like 27 Dresses and just like being so mad at the sister because she always is so mean to her other sister.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what that would be their favorite movie.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think it would
That's a good
uplift
one.
him.
Man, I can't think of a villain. Like I would say Kafka, but you guys don't even know who Kafka is.
I know who Kafka is.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would say Kafka, and he would be like a Hobbit fan. He'd probably watch all the Hobbit movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, he seems like he's from that type of world.
He would like the bad guys.
Yeah, but honestly, we kind of flew by. I mean, we didn't even fly by. It's like 54 minutes in. But I got one more question. Summarize your thoughts on what makes a great villain and why they're essential to make a compelling game. Why it's important to have a good bad guy.
I think it kind of goes back to what you said, right? Like, From Software, they have really great villain designs, but their stories are very short and very minimal, right?
Yeah, you have to
and
do a
they
lot.
kind of all do they all kind of tie in together? Yeah, they create this one big universe lore, right? For like the RPG game, like you said, there's one bad guy. There's one that you're chasing after, and everything that's happened, everything that you're doing, all the side missions, all the side boss are leading up to that person, right? So I feel like there's definitely pros to both and definitely cons to both as well.
Mm-hmm.
I personally like the From Sophomore where there's these
software.
That's what I said. From Software.
Okay.
Isn't that
Sorry,
what I said?
I thought you said from sophomore.
You slurred your words a
Yeah,
little bit.
sorry.
Whatever.
Sorry.
I used to stutter when I was a kid. Okay,
Stutter.
stutter, whatever.
Wow,
Jesus.
you big bully.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Such a bully.
I'm sorry.
Anyways,
You're beautiful.
I like you have to piece the puzzle together by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not given to you.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah. What about you?
I think villains are necessary to drive anybody's story.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be a hero. Like, you have side characters that are helping to stop the bad person or to fight against or like rise up against. I think it gives people purpose when you have a bad guy. If you have no antagonist, you don't really have people wanting to do anything great.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have a reason to do good, why do good?
Yeah. And like while you're kind of saying your answer, as I kind of got the image of Lord of the Rings, like Sauron. Like Sauron was the bad guy, the main bad guy, but he united like all these different races to go after this one person. Yeah. That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
It is.
I mean, I think villains are good because they add some sort of emotional attachment to you find something why this good guy wants to do good to stop this bad guy, but then you also want to know why this bad guy's doing it. Like for instance, what's his name? The ice guy in Batman, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
He's doing it to save his wife. So you kind of like get a story of like why he's being like a bad guy, and you kind of like relate to him. And then Batman kind of understands, but he's like, "Yo, you can't be a fucking prick," you know. So I guess it's just piggyback off you. You need to have a good villain to have a good guy. Yeah. But that's pretty much it. That's all I had. Do we have do we have a topic that we want to do for next episode so we can let them know what we're talking about? Or what was the next one we're going to talk about?
Are
It's
we-
the fantasy world idea?
Well,
Yeah.
are we going to start telling people our topics, or we never have so far?
Yeah, I guess we won't tell anybody. I was just trying to give them a sneak peek, but I guess, we can't.
My idea was ghosts, like games with ghosts in it.
Yeah, maybe that'll be like for future. I mean, we
Well,
could just
you just need to edit all this out now.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it out there. They can be prepared. It's
Maybe
like-
they can give us advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Well,
it's
we
cool.
we can
Yeah.
post something about it, and then they could give
Or-
ideas.
Well, yeah. You follow us on Instagram. Give us comments. Tell us what to talk about.
Yeah,
Pint
we
Size
have-
Geisha TTV on Instagram.
I am
Black Label
I am
TV.
dot Black Label on Instagram.
Yeah, Co-op Chronicles.
Co-op Chronicles.
Co-op Chronicles.
Mhm.
Pint Size Geisha on Twitch.
Yep. Black Label _TV on Twitch. But I don't know, just talk to us.
Yeah, we'd like your opinion.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool.
Definitely.
All right, you want to close us out, Azalee?
Thank you for listening. This has been Co-op Chronicles, and as always, with me, I had Pint Size Geisha, and Black Label, and me, Azalee.
Bye.